Hey, good morning. How are you? $1,400 third stimulus checks will be landing in your bank account today and also in your mailbox. Over the weekend, big, bold, and shocking new developments as stimulus checks won't be landing where you thought they're landing and won't be landing on the day you thought they were going to be landing. How is this changing? It's changing by the minute, and I have all the breaking details starting right now as Mornings LA continues. Good morning, everybody. The White House is having a live press briefing. We'll cut in just a second. But what I want to go over with you quickly right before I do is where we are currently right now on your $1,400 third stimulus check. More than will land in bank accounts today. More will land in mailboxes today. But the big drop is this Wednesday for direct deposit. And this includes people on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits. Yes, direct deposit of the $14 third stimulus check will land in mailboxes predominantly on March 26th, 27th, and 28th, but most commonly in deposit accounts on March 24th. Some have still started continue landing today, and more will land throughout the day for both deposit and also paper check. How do you know which one is you? I have all those details in just a second, but let's tune in and listen just for a second about what is going on in the live press briefing from the White House happening right now.
5 cases. I'd be happy to connect you with the officials there who can go deeper dive in it with you. Okay, go ahead.
So it's been a year since the U.S.-Mexico border and the U.S.-Canada border has been closed. Are there any plans in reissuing guidelines, especially with the vaccine distribution and partnerships we have with both Canada and Mexico?
I don't have anything to preview for you. It's constantly, of course, reevaluated. We look at it through the prism of COVID and safety and obviously diplomatic relationships too, but I don't have anything to predict for you on that front. Go ahead. Oh, go ahead. Alex, go ahead.
Thank you.
Sorry. I was just sort of amorphously pointing.
Will Secretary Austin brief the president on his trip? And secondly, the Taliban has threatened the U.S. unspecifically about some.
Earlier during this press briefing, the White House was asked about the stimulus check specifically. And the White House said that the president will continue to tour the country today, tomorrow, and the day after, and also the vice president to deliver the message that the stimulus checks are coming. Yes, coming. And that's reassuring because viewers are simply asking where, when, how, and what manner. And over the weekend, the viewers of this channel really stepped up and did a wonderful job in helping others. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe because this community helps one another. And because of the helpfulness, a lot of people found their checks in places it wasn't expected to be. Also, like this video. Let's see if we can do 2, 3, 4,000 likes and consider becoming a member. This is where we are right now. Stimulus checks for direct deposits would be delivered to 4 types of groups of people. First, you may get direct deposit if you got the first or second stimulus check by direct deposit. Second, you would get direct deposit if you receive your benefits monthly from the federal government by direct deposit. This includes people on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, and veterans benefits. This includes direct deposits into big banks and also into specialized debit cards issued by the federal government. Also, the third group that will receive it by direct deposit could be people who filed their 2020 tax return in early February and updated their depository information. This channel singularly has a lot of viewers who have sent me private messages that said, I did that, it worked. I previously had another bank, I updated it, it worked. It does not work if the IRS still has that tax return pending or you filed it in late February. So who would not get a stimulus check by direct deposit? People who would not get the stimulus check by direct deposit could include all of that prior group. Yes, last Thursday I made that clear message to the viewers, and now it's been hitting very loud and clear. thousands of viewers of this channel got stimulus checks in the mail Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and more are getting them today. They are getting paper checks in the mail when they expected direct deposit. They are getting paper checks in the mail when they're on SSI and SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits. They're getting paper checks in the mail even though they expected it to be in the direct deposit. They're getting paper checks in the mail even when IRS has yet to update the IRS tool to show it's coming in the mail. And they're getting paper checks in the mail even when the IRS tool says it's coming later this week. They're getting it in the mail ahead of time. So suddenly, what's important to understand is that the mail is a big issue here. You have to hope that the last address that IRS has on file with you is the correct address, because IRS is sending out many more stimulus checks by mail than we may have ever seen before. Let me give you the benchmark, the reference point. In the second stimulus, the number of people who got paper checks who were set up for direct deposit versus those who really did get direct deposit when they were set up for direct deposit was small. It was not a large number. Currently, I'm seeing it almost a 50-50 situation among viewers of this channel who are set up for direct deposit, whether it's their monthly benefits of SSI or SSDI come from direct deposits, or people who had gotten that first or second stimulus check. I see it about 50-50 that they're either getting the stimulus checks in the mail or they've gone to IRS.GOV and it now says, no, it is not coming to your direct deposit card. It's coming in the mail. And the predominant date is March 26th. Some are getting March 27th and some are getting March 28th as well. These are the banks that have paid out stimulus checks to viewers of this channel. And understand, if you hear your bank on the list, which I'm sure you do because it's a long list, viewers of this channel continually throughout the week and say, you know what, LALATE? I know that list started on the 17th. I got mine on the weekend. Thank you for staying with us because the stimulus checks are still landing. Finally, the big result that I also want you to know before I get to the list is that several viewers have been told by their big banks, Wells and Chase, that there's going to be a big drop of direct deposits for banks on the 24th. And of course, we have had viewers who have gotten alerts from their depository institution that says, guess what? On March 24th, a direct deposit will be available to your Direct Express debit card. And it will be available on this time and at this time. And people have gotten that confirmation in both writing and over the telephone. All right, so which of the banks that have paid out stimulus checks so far by direct deposit? They are Citizens, PNG, Bancorp Chime, PayPal, NetSpend, Green Dot, People United Bank, US Bank, PNC, and Capital One Bank. Now, of this list, I've had a lot of viewers who said, but mine came by paper check. I was expecting it from my bank. My bank's on your list, and it came by paper check instead. Lake Michigan, Union Bank, MetaBank, Amex Bluebird, Navy Federal, BB&T, Wood Forest, USAA, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Chase. And with that, let me jump into the live chat with you and see what's going on with some of your situations right now. Let's see what some of you have happening right now. Carolyn, why does the IRS tool say no information? When I called Bank Chase and they said everything is okay, more confused. So that's a great situation. Ultimately, the one you want to defer to more is the IRS tool. If the IRS tool has information, it's generally, and the information has changed, it is generally the single most effective source of information. Let me explain what I mean is the following. If you watched the IRS tool last week, and today it has a different result, or the weekend has a different result, that is the single best indicator of where your money is. And that's what happened with a lot of viewers. So Carolyn's question is a great question. A lot of viewers had no result on their tool last week. Now it shows March 24th, direct deposit. Or it has on their tool last week, March 17th, direct deposit. Now it has March 26th, paper check. So the IRS tool is the single most important indicator. The reason why some of you are getting no results on the IRS tool is because the IRS tool is very dependent upon the way in which you type the address in. I know it sounds disconcerting, but there are several tools online that you can that will show you what's the official way to type your physical address. It has to do with the punctuation, the spacing, the zip code. It's very, very peculiar. And if you miss it by one letter, it can absolutely come out with no result. Thank you for your great question. Donna, I'm on, oops, I had Donna's question, then I lost it. Thank you for always being there, says Bob. I appreciate that. That's Aura. No result today, nothing on IRS unavailable. So give it a little bit of time. Also, some viewers say that if you check the IRS tool more than 5 times within 24 hours, it may lock you out. I don't know if that's true, but check with other people if you've heard that as well. There's Carol, another Carol. I bank with Chase in Indiana. Went to the My IRS tool and was told it will be deposited March 24th. Here we go. This is exactly what the viewers do for one another. This is incredible, great news. The viewers over the weekend on Saturday said that they were told by Chase there's a big drop on the 24th, and by Wells they were told there's a big drop. And now Carol, who's a Chase customer, didn't contact Chase, but rather she went to the IRS tool, and it says it's depositing March 24th. You see how viewers of this channel help one another? They really do. They share the information, and the information is accurate. Let me see what else. Aura, no results yet on IRS. So give it a little bit of time, don't worry. What does it mean needs more information? That's a great question. I can't tell who that was, but the needs more information means that it can't track who you are. Patricia, what about Bank America? Bank America, I would expect a big drop on March 24th as well. Big banks include Bank America. Bank America did the first drop on the 27th with the other big banks. I had a lot of viewers get paid on March 17th from Bank America. They did not get paid before that. So Patricia, a great question. I would expect the next big drop for Bank America as the 24th. What about Direct Express? Same thing. So for Direct Express, I have Direct Express consumers that have the following happening. For Direct Express, they are now learning from the IRS tool. It's not coming on the card. It is not coming on the card. They're getting the alert from the IRS tool. It's coming in the mail. That's the first thing they're getting. The second one is they are being told it's coming by direct deposit on the 24th. And here again is one of the alerts that one of many viewers have gotten from Direct Express, March 24th. Hopefully you can read that on the screen. That is a deposit notice of an alert coming from Direct Express. Thank you for your great question. Let me look at some of the other questions. What about the famous Bank America, says Pat. Just to answer that, I did not know it was famous. Joni, my man LALATE, since I have net spend by, but not the $1,400, do I need to watch the mail? Great question from Joni Maxwell. I have net spend. I've heard you mention other people get it from net spend. Do I need to watch the mail? Joni needs to watch the mail, and everyone in the live chat needs to check the mail. Every single viewer that's watching this video needs to check the mail and needed to have started checking it last Thursday. If you're just joining me as a new viewer, thank you for joining me. The message is loud and clear. Check the mail every single day until you get it. And this means everyone in your household. So everyone in the household, so everyone in that house gets that stimulus check, watch the mail every single day, because one, more viewers are getting, I would say it's upwards of 50% of viewers who are expecting direct deposit are getting the alert that it's coming in the mail instead, and or that they have actually received it in the mail. This is the big surprise. And I don't want you to not to throw it away. Under second stimulus, I had a lot of people throw this away. They didn't think it was a check. There's nothing worse than tuning into videos, watching videos, and wondering, where's my $1,400? And you get this in the mail and you toss it. And then you say, oh my God, was that the check? I threw that thing away. It's a very skinny envelope. This is what the second stimulus direct deposit card, a debit card came in. But the paper check also came in white or beige. You don't want to throw it away. It's very thin. So yes, that is the message to all viewers of this channel. Do not only look at the bank account. I can't say it enough. And hopefully the message is passing along relatively quickly. Let me see some more of the comments. Um, there's Lynn Glenn. Hi, Lynn Glenn. There's Don Riley. Don Riley asks, Elliot, I checked my payment tool. It keeps on saying unavailable. Although I already had my information because I'm on Social Security and SSI. I get my check on the 3rd of each month and no stimulus. So don't worry if the Check My IRS tool gives no results. That has been a relatively common problem, and it's really stemming from the issue of that it can't recognize certain addresses. Not that it can't recognize you, it's that it can't recognize addresses. Over the weekend, there was a series of false narratives, and among the false narratives was IRS can't check you when you're on SSI because it doesn't know who you are. That's just not true. In fact, it knows you better than people not on SSI because it actually knows everything about you. Tom Vile. So is the 24th for everyone that's on SSI? Okay, so here is where I want people to understand how things work. Tom Vile, thank you for your comment. Tom's question is the 24th, the date for everyone on SSI? No. It's very hard to tell people that people have different dates, but people have different dates. They all have different dates. I have viewers who are on SSI who got the stimulus check the day after it became law. So is that the day that everyone gets a stimulus check? No. I have thousands and tens of thousands of viewers on SSI and SSDI who got the stimulus check on the 17th of March. Was that the date to tell viewers? No. Is March 24th, which we're now seeing as a big deposit drop, as the date to tell people on SSI's date to get stimulus checks? No, because every person is treated differently by a bank. It's not because of who you are or what benefits you receive. It's that just banks do different things to different people. And I can have a sister and a brother and a boyfriend and girlfriend that are all on benefits that are treated different days and different class across the board. And no matter how many times I say that, ultimately there's always someone who wants to say, just tell me the exact date. The answer is no bank has an exact date for every customer of its bank. They're doing too many funds to clear. And that's simply the only thing you can do is know the reoccurring date that is occurring across the board. The reoccurring date that is occurring for viewers is a lot are getting March 24th for direct deposit, and a lot are getting 26, 27, and 28 for paper check. And to know which one is you is a little bit difficult unless you get that information from the IRS Check My Stimulus Check tool. Let me jump into some more of the comments. There's Zeus Raven. Do you have to put your physical address in? What about P.O. boxes instead? I think P.O. boxes would absolutely fail in that tool. I mean, the tool is so finicky about addresses. Can you imagine how finicky it could be about a P.O. box? So I think, you should be allowed to put a P.O. box in the tool, but I expect it to fully not work with something like that. It's so finicky about every letter and punctuation. It's just crazy. But that's the way it is. There's Chef Roberto. Hello, Chef Roberto. I'm very worried, upset, and nervous about March 24th to March 26th. I feel I'm never going to get my stimulus checks, no alerts, or anything. This is what you need to know. This is what you need to know. Don't be nervous. Don't be worried. Don't be stressed out. Don't be anxious. Don't be anything. Stimulus checks are one of those things, they just land. They just land. And sometimes they land in a way you're not expecting. They will come. They absolutely will come. But you see how things have formulated into strange occurrences. The only people who should be concerned about the arrival of the third stimulus checks are people who have changed addresses in the last few weeks, and they're worried that they're not going to get the mail. Those are the only people that I specifically am concerned about. The rest of you, I'm not concerned about. It's coming. The president's made very loud and clear. In fact, the president's press secretary, which I went live with at the top of this recording, told news that the president's going across the country to reassure them their stimulus check is on the way. That help is here, and that stimulus is happening. That was the president's live briefing just a few minutes ago. Let me jump into some more of the great questions. And boy, your questions have been wonderful so far. Let's see what other people are saying. Lala. So I like Lala's. I like Lala's comment to LALATE. Lala said, LALATE, net spend doesn't give alerts. They just post it. That's a great comment. 9 out of 10 viewers this channel, their banks do not post alerts either. 9 out of 10 viewers this channel, and including people who go to the big banks, they don't post alerts. The funds just appear. Now, they do give you an alert after the funds appear, but 9 out of 10 do not show pending, do not show coming, and they just appear. Thank you for your great comment. PPNS, within the 10 days, what happened? I've got nothing at all. Why am I meant to starve? This is the federal government. Everything has its own twists and turns. The video where the president said within 10 days was recorded last Tuesday. I interpret that as 10 days from when it becomes law. If you interpret as 10 days from when he recorded the video, it would be the end of this week. Patricia, I want to thank you and let you know I really appreciate you. I appreciate that as well. What happens if you change your address? It says Candy. If you changed your address in just the last few weeks, that is an issue of concern. That is an issue of concern. Let's see some more questions. There is Pat Pfeiffer. I tried the tool, said no account. What in the world? I've been on SSI for 10 years. Oh my God. So if you try that IRS tool and it shows no information, it's because it doesn't recognize the address the way you're typing it in. Nothing, it's not that it doesn't recognize you. It doesn't like the way you're typing in the address. Thank you for that great comment. I really appreciate it. And there's Cheryl Rovan. Thank you, Cheryl, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Let me see more of the comments. What about Compass? I haven't seen anything about Compass. So here's Martin Clark's comment. This is where, and thank you, Martin, for your comment. I'm not trying to rail you at all. Martin Clark just wrote the following. The IRS has not sent $1,400 to anyone on SSI and SSDI till April 1st. This channel does about 1 million views a day. I would say maybe 20% over the weekend were SSI and SSDI viewers. The viewers who have gotten stimulus checks on that list, these are predominantly SSI and SSDI viewers. Thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of viewers of this channel who are on SSI and SSDI have gotten their stimulus checks so far. So it's that type of fake narratives that don't help anyone because it's really untrue, and it makes people think that there's nothing coming for them. The comment again was that if you're on SSI and SSDI, wait to April because you're not getting a stimulus check. It's not only untrue, it's actually already been proven as untrue. In fact, I have one viewer, Tina, who got their stimulus check 24 hours after it became law, and that person is on SSI and SSDI. I had a couple hundred viewers get it 24 hours after it became law on Chime and Cash on Chime, which is a part of Bancorp, and also Cash App, and they're on SSI and SSDI. They got it within 24 hours before viewers who are not on SSI and SSDI. Ultimately, what's important to understand is that people sometimes try to take their situation and say, I haven't gotten a stimulus check because of this narrative. And the narrative's not true. And in this case, it wasn't true. But thank you for your comment. I really appreciate it. Let's see some more of the comments across the board. I'm getting so disappointed of my stimulus check tool on IRS. You know, it is one of those tools that's getting updated. And the tool was ineffective and unhelpful to viewers until Saturday. And that was midday Saturday. So I expect the tool to suddenly start to kick in and really help right away. There's Tia, happy Monday. Happy Monday, Tia. And there's Ashley, happy Monday to you as well. Let me see some more of the comments. Tell them, Vanessa. I appreciate that, Vanessa. There's Rebecca, calm down and wait, it will get there. Absolutely well true. Paper checks this week. Jenny, thank you, LA, for your valuable information. And there we go. Let me give you the big update where we are at the top of the hour. Wow. Right before, at the top of this recording, I cut into a live feed from the White House press briefing room. The live feed was from the press secretary. He says, stimulus checks are on their way. President is going on tour again this week to tell you stimulus checks are on their way. If he can't be a better messenger of the message, who can? He's very clear. Stimulus checks are still landing. But the real breaking news from the viewers of this channel is that there's going to be a big drop for a lot of viewers. It may not be you, but for a lot of viewers, there's going to be a big drop, especially from the big banks, Chase and Wells and others, on March 24th. Then there's going to be a big drop in the mail March 26th to March 28th. But those viewers who have gotten that alert there's a big drop in the mail March 26th to March 28th have already started to see it appear in the mail. This is the advice to you. Watch the mail starting today if you didn't start over the weekend. It may be in the mail. The stimulus check may be in the mail. And when you get the stimulus check, drop in the comments, I got it from this bank, and this is the day I got it. Because ultimately, people are waiting for direct deposit, and now they're learning 1 out of 2 times that it's coming in the mail, not by direct deposit. I'll have more for you on the video coming right up after this. But first, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. It really helps in the algorithm rankings. Let's do 2, 3, 4,000 likes. And consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. We're going to the top of the hour, and I have big news from Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home. Stay with me as Mornings LA continues right after this.